Have a problem. We're live for the people. What's up, people? What's up, people? How about this chat so I can read it? Bethany, first person, what's up? Man, this phone is filthy. You should just turn this number into your number and then just save some money.
Oh. When we go on like a vacation, I want to be able to leave that here.
Okay. Linda, Gina, Courtney, Anita.
Hey y'all, hey y'all.
Are we gonna try Fireball alcohol ink?
It doesn't have enough proof. Thanks. That's not yours.
You don't think it has enough proof? That sounds like that's here.
It does.
Or it's coming down the street. I didn't even see it.
I don't think it's.
Okie dokie, okie dokie,
We're probably gonna pull into the side building. Oh, you turn in. Get your directions right, fire department. Someone's probably stuck in the
One
elevator.
person watching.
That's what it always is.
Huh?
Probably someone stuck in the elevator. That's what it always is.
That's true.
So y'all.
So y'all. Goes mom.
I did it here too. The plan is to see what else works for alcohol inks other than just isopropyl alcohol. And I have a few options I just rustled up from around the house. May work, may not work. Either way, we're gonna art. Maybe. Some type of way. We'll see. In
Okay,
theory.
okay. This is Beansy.
Yeah, that's not me.
Stay right here. Alright, oh, let's see here. We're gonna go to logo. So yeah, we'll be right back.
Gerber. Baby. Baby Millie. So we're gonna see what works. I have my this much isopropyl alcohol left as a what is it?
Yes.
What's the map like when you have the steady piece in a test? Constant?
Yes.
The constant. I'm gonna use that as a constant. Judy says I could borrow hers. I just gotta go out there and get it. So we got that for constant.
Courtney's been up since 3 a.m. Well,
That is bananas. I'm gonna also try just using blending solution. I usually don't like using just blending solution because it's different. I'm gonna also try pure acetone. This is what I use to like eat away fake nails.
You can use that to clean your shoes before you paint them.
I use it to take off like when I get fake nails put on.
Fake nail.
And Everclear. This stuff is 95% alcohol by volume, 190 proof. I think this is called like ethyl alcohol, not iso alcohol, but I can't
Somebody
remember.
just asked if you can use that.
We're gonna find out today. It's gonna be an adventure together. So I'm gonna put all the stuff in these little squirty bottles because it would be difficult for me to control the bigger ones. So this one with all the paint on it is going to be our 91% isopropyl alcohol. It's got the yellow cap on it. Cool, cool.
Cool, 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 tight, tight, tight.
I put PA on here for pure acetone. I wish I had a funnel. Do we have a little baby new funnel?
I'm trying to get this over here so it doesn't look like I'm just looking off. I'm trying to...
Don't we have 2 tiny funnels in here?
I have no... You can just make them out of paper.
Found it.
It only says one person is watching.
I don't know what you just said.
It only says one person is watching. Everclear is ethyl alcohol.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I didn't do too much of the
I don't think we're going to be
Google.
doing some sippy on this.
No, this is...
No bueno. No bueno.
it's too big. We make me funnel. I got it.
I need some paper. I don't have any paper over here.
Paper over her.
Now, wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Don't use just any paper now. I don't know how you just use anything you see.
Know it. I'm gonna try to fabricate a tiny funnel. Make sure
Teeny tiny funnel. Teeny tiny funnel.
that it all goes in the hole proper.
I'm just going straight there.
Alright. Spilled a little somehow, but whatever. It smells like straight up nail polish remover.
Yeah, you could use your little ink thing.
What? Oh yeah, my pipette.
Pipette.
Do I have it
Everybody's just talking to each other right now. Hi, 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 hi. Everybody's saying hi to each
Hi
other.
ho. No, now I gotta go get a pipette.
There should be one right there. To your left. Down. Up. To your left.
You're brilliant. Thank you. So we're very much more better. Okay, and on the Everclear bottle, I'm putting EC for Everclear. It will have the blue top. Crack that seal open. I'm scared. This is gonna smell like college. I guess I could just leave this open and just dip into here whenever I'm using it, but ooh, this also smells really strong.
I remember we used to try to blow fire with it.
That is a horrible idea. Kids, don't try that at home.
Yeah. Well, we would you'd take a drink of it and the lighter had to work. Because if the lighter didn't work, your mouth was on fire. Like,
People
horrible
forget to
idea.
wipe their mouth off before they do it, and that's why people's face catches on fire. I don't know. Anyways, and then I have blending solution. So, this acetone that I accidentally spilled everywhere that was on this paper is already evaporated, so it may actually work. But let's just try it. Let's give it a shot. Shall we? We shall.
I think everybody drank that stuff in high school.
I didn't. I was a
It was the punch.
Oh, the trash can
Trash
punch
can
was
punch.
That was a thing in college. But, so for this initial test, I'm going to use non-metallic and not white and not pearlescence, just to see what works, and then we'll switch it around and see about the other ones. So, where's my base? The heat gun I'm using is a Wagner embossing gun, by the way. You can find that down below on our Amazon link. Not all that thing. I'm nervous for some reason. Okay, so I'm gonna do a test first, just so you guys can see what it should look like. So I'm gonna just drop some color and drop some color and pour some alcohol. This is the 91% alcohol. I should have put alcohol down
That is
first,
a terrible
but-
angle.
Huh? The angle's bad?
Angle. No, I just
This one?
this one. And especially you have black on.
When doing alcohol inks or anything chemically, make sure you protect yourself with whatever PPE you deem necessary for yourself. I'm not wearing any because it would be hard for me to speak to you guys.
So is that Everclear right now?
No, this is just the alcohol. Like the 91% isopropyl alcohol.
Uh-huh.
This is my master test. My constant. To have something to compare the other ones to. Alright, it took less than a minute to get, where are you? Where am I? To get all that liquid to evaporate. So I'm going to write on here.
Yeah, you should just leave like a little space in the corner what it is so that you don't get them mixed up. See that little negative space?
No.
On your piece right there in the left-hand corner.
This one?
Yeah.
I don't want to draw on it. I'll just do on the back of it. 91%. And I also have designated some real estate over here. Oh. I can't show you, it doesn't go down that low.
So if you're doing tests like this, just notice she wrote, what she was using on the back. That's really smart when you're just pretty much experimenting with different colors, different resins, a little bit of everything. Just keep notes. I know sometimes it might get a little overwhelming, but you'd be surprised at what you don't remember and what you do remember, and if you write it down, you'll be happy that you did.
True. So now let's do the pure acetone. I'm going to do this the same way I did the last one. Just a few drops of each color. Alright, so it's picked it up.
Moved.
It looks crazy! I don't even know if you guys can see it, but I need you to... It's already gone.
What is it?
The acetone! It's already
shiny.
evaporated it. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that again because I'm impressed. I need you to come over here for a second. I need you to see what it looks
I can see it. I can see it on here.
You saw what it looked like on here? What it was looking like?
Look at that. No, you have to do it, then I can see
Oh, okay. Alright, I gotta do this one more time because that looked crazy. Swirl it around, get it all incorporated and etc. Do you see how it looks like a pool almost when the heat hits it and it starts to evaporate?
Yeah.
That's not something that
Look how it mixes it.
I am fan. I might switch to acetone.
But is that like, is acetone something you want to use for that?
I don't know. This is my first adventure.
Okay, now you're getting a little too excited for me.
I'm super pumped and excited.
Okay, now I
It's
can't
on
make it
there. It's
smaller.
not like fadey. Okay, all right. I see you, acetone. Next up, the Everclear. I'm gonna put EC on the bottom.
Now I can't make it smaller.
Mm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do this the same way I did the others. And we're gonna pour our Everclear solution all up on it.
Do you guys get rings on your coasters with heat? I don't know what that means.
So this one doesn't evaporate as fast as the pure acetone at all, but it is evaporating. It's probably evaporating about as quickly as like a 70% alcohol. Look at that. It works.
Look at that.
I'll be John Brown, you guys. So now I'm going to do a blending solution, just so you guys can see in case you've never used a blending solution. BS. This blending solution is by somebody, Ranger. I find that the blending solution is a little bit oily, but it does help for the colors to move and interact with each other. If I use a blending solution ever, it's never just blending solution. It's like a hybrid of the blending solution and
Well, no, because
alcohol.
Rachel, we put a clear coat of resin over them. The resin is up to 500 degrees resistant.
for a sealant.
Oh, after the resin cured, does the coaster get ringed? Yeah. And Lori asked, can you use an airbrush gun to move your paint
You can.
for the blooms? Just moving the paint. On something this small, I mean, that's. I would probably go a little bit bigger, like on a canvas. An airbrush would just kind of move it off of your coaster,
Where are you?
unless
guys?
you're far away.
Right
Yeah.
here. So see how it's got that extra shine to it? It's super shiny. Whereas this is just with alcohol. It's not quite as shiny.
shiny.
I know, but it's mainly shiny in the darker areas where this is,
Shiny all over.
yeah.
And what's the difference?
This one is 91% alcohol and this one is blending solution. I would say that all of them kept the colors really vibrant. Can you switch to overhead for a second?
Roll.
I'm going to do another one, 91% alcohol, because that's just not a good look for me. The other ones seem a lot cuter, and
So when you do that, you can't. Let me see. It'll be all right. I mean, that looks just as good. I don't understand what
what are you talking about?
the overhead. How do you prep a canvas to accept ink? Melissa wants to know, how do you prep a canvas to accept ink? What we normally do is just sand the canvas. You always want to sand your canvas because canvases always come out of the package pretty textured. So I normally hit it with like a 220 sandpaper, and then roll some just flat white house paint, interior house paint over it, Let that dry. Sand it with 220. And then do a second coat of just plain flat white house paint. Let that dry. Hit it with some 220, maybe some 400 because it's already pretty smooth. And then we always hit it with spray gesso. And let that dry and hit that with about a 400 grit. And alcohol ink loves that stuff.
Very important to use the spray gesso because I think it has some like plastic property in it that makes it to where the alcohol inks don't just soak into your surface, they'll like stay on top of it. So as you can see, they're all pretty similar. I'm really surprised. I actually thought that the acetone wasn't gonna work, but if you think about it, all the alcohol is meant to move, like to dilute your inks so that you can move it around, and then its job is to just evaporate, leaving the ink where it is once it evaporates. So I'm color me impressed. Now these were all just regular flat.
I didn't even see the Everclear. I think I was talking to somebody. Did it like really dry up fast?
No, the acetone was the fast one.
You should get the brick out and set it on fire.
I'm gonna do a fire test on these, but first I'm gonna see what it looks like with metallics, if metallics work with these, and if the white works with these. So before I set things on fire, I'm gonna do one more test.
What about hand sanitizer?
It's a little bit thick, but we can try it. Also, that might be as rare as.
That's what she said.
Alright, you guys. Let's try out some pearlescent inks just to see how they work. And I'll let you know beforehand that white, I can't remember which it is, but either white or the pearls don't like alcohol and prefer blending solution. Can't remember which it goes, but just so y'all know, there is going to be a situation where something curdles.
Bethany says, can you react the inks?
Sure, we'll try that at the end of the. Okay, let's do isopropyl alcohol on this. Ew, okay, so the pearls are the ones that don't like alcohol. Can you see?
Yummy.
You see that curdle? It just, not a fan. Okay, that's not good. I'm gonna put that over there. So now we're gonna try them with acetone. Nope. This one, pure acetone. All right, so it doesn't hate it. It's like instant that it evaporates. So that was the acetone.
You know, I figured out why my bees aren't looking like bees, because I'm making this smooth. I'm making all these parts rounded, and that's why it looks like a hornet. Because hornet doesn't have fur.
Also, you made it skinny. Alright, so acetone likes pearlescence. So let's do it with Everclear. At the EC for Everclear.
Sorry for the questions. Don't be sorry for the questions. That's what we're here for. Rachel says, do you guys use Stone Coat Art Coat resin or regular for countertops on your tiles? Sorry for the questions. I've just been getting rings with hot cups after my tiles have cured.
We use Art Coat for pretty much everything. It has the same properties as the countertop, except that it has a longer working time. The UV is higher, and the working time is longer with the Art Coat. So it worked with the Everclear as well, the pearls. You see. Well, let's try a blending solution and we'll move on. I'm already getting a little bit of anxiety about setting like Everclear on fire, but it should work out about the same. So I already knew that it would look beautiful with a blending solution because whenever I use pearls, I always have to use just blending solutions because it won't work with alcohol, as you guys saw. Disgusting. So now let's do a white test, and then we'll move onward. So this is Snowcap by Ranger. I'm going to put the alcohol down first for these because the Snowcap will sink. When I opened it, it had a little bits of dried pigments. So the white doesn't seem to want to move even if I put the alcohol down first. It kind of just sank. Let's see what the acetone will do. Pure acetone.
Are you guys still with us?
So the white actually works better with acetone. I may be wrong, but I don't remember anyone ever using alcohol inks and acetone.
I've never seen anybody use acetone.
Right.
Or they've never told us that they used it. People keeping secrets. It's alright. It's alright. We know better.
Fine. Everclear. Yeah, it looks like it just sank with the Everclear as well. solution. So this looks like it sank, it didn't really move, but it still blended out with the magenta that I used a little bit. This one I would still consider acceptable. Alright. Okay, alright. Now let's do the same test but with fire. Do we have our
Fire.
extinguisher
Fire.
handy? We do. Make sure you have this if you're doing anything with a torch in your art studio.
Fire. I don't want to get flagged for singing too good, so I probably shouldn't do that.
Alrighty. I'm going to clear all of the flammable things away.
I need you to bring, what is this, overhead towards you, like the, not the whole thing, but the camera, or just move that up. Yeah, you're gonna have to move that camera way up, and that's way out of line. Please don't text us and tell us not to do this.
Is that happening?
No.
Alright, so I have my this fire extinguisher. It's very important to have that handy and to have everything that's under it not flammable. So I have this baking sheet.
And I put a new piece of aluminum foil there so there's no holes, so that none can get underneath and in the holes, and then you don't know that there's a little fire there.
So we've got aluminum foil, a baking pan, and a brick. All of them are not flammable, so that we can make sure that it doesn't spread should some ink drip off of our...
Charles and Don just came in.
Hey guys! Which it will fall off. Do you have a... There's one. Gonna refill this torch. I am so excited that these things are also working. Now, before you guys go and buy up all of the acetone, just remember that I'm gonna need some too. Is the side camera good?
Yeah.
Why am I nervous?
Yes, Lori. Lori asked, no matter which one you're choosing to use alcohol-wise for mixing, you still need to do a resin coat to seal it.
Yes.
Yeah, and before we put resin over these, she sprays in the archival spray over the alcohol, or else the resin will basically make it fade. It's kind of funny. It's kind of weird.
Very weird. Okay, so let's do the 91% isopropyl alcohol test first. And I can tell that my board is kind of, it's a little bit slanted downward. And all that tells me is that the ink is gonna roll that way. So I have to be extra careful that there's gonna be some residual ink under this side of the coaster. All right, so let's pull our colors back out that we're using. In case you were wondering, this is Pool by Ranger and Senorita Magenta by Jacquard. All right. Alcohol. Color. Color. See how it's flowing that way? It's still still a little bit low on this side. So I'm gonna put, let's see if a coaster being under this side will help. Just see how it flows. Well, that leveled it off pretty much. Okay. So all you have to do now is in Fuego. I'm gonna let this burn all the way out. It won't take very long. Be careful when you go to pick it up or move it so that you don't burn your hands when you do it, because obviously it's gonna be really hot because fire. You should have put more pigment down because it's kind of splotchy. So I'll do another test. This will be a trial run one.
What is that you just used?
This is my constant, my alcohol ink one, but I didn't use enough color, so I can do another one. Just roll it around so that everything is covered in ink and color. Then set it on fire.
That's a different fire.
Yeah, the AC is on. Can you turn the AC off?
It's been on.
Well,
It's been cold.
because it's summer. I'm gonna do one more test because wonky, because air. All right, so the air's off now.
How does that look? It's a little crazy.
Now that the air's off, the flame is going to go back to vertical.
That'd be a great
moisture in
photo.
the air, huh?
That'd be a great photo.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a candle.
So whenever you go to pick it up, always look under to make sure there's no flames. Even, hey Joe, lay down, bud. Even a little bit of flame can hurt you, so just be careful. There's a little bit of moisture in the air, so it's skipping around a little bit. It's gonna rain here for like the next week and a half, but that's what this looks like. So I'm gonna set it along with my alcohol test piece. So next one is acetone. This one has evaporated the quickest, so I'm pretty sure that it's gonna go up in flames the fastest. This is the one well, I haven't used I haven't used,
Debbie wants to know if you can use acetone. How will the acetone work when you try to reactivate the alcohol inks to make it blend better? If you try to thin the outside edges.
no, this is the this is the test so far. I will give that a shot and show you guys what happens. Okay, so pure acetone. Why am I so nervous about this? Just to be safe.
I don't like that thing. That's just gonna spray fire everywhere, I think.
It doesn't. I've had to use it.
And it just sprays everywhere.
It does, but that's what.
Okay, go.
Okay. I don't know why that made me so nervous. That did. So that evaporated super quick, and I think if the air wasn't, it didn't have moisture in it, these breaks right here wouldn't have happened. This is raw because it evaporated before I put the flame on it. And because it took such little time for the flame to burn out, the coaster isn't that hot. But you can see it has the same sort of infinity line pattern going on. All right. Next is the Everclear.
Eva clear.
Forever, ever.
Use Everclear and acetone.
So that flame burns way less violent. And even the flame is almost clear.
Mm-hmm. Just very clear.
That's probably because it's 190 proof. Very pure alcohol, which is why it works.
If it was blue, there would be no sugar. My friend makes that country road juice,
Moonshine?
the back road juice. I don't like those spots.
But those spots are present in all of them, so I'm going to say that it's, since it's constant, it's got to be something that's in the air or on the pieces.
Put all three of them together. Let's get crazy.
They're trying to say.
Why would I want to set my own house on fire, lady? Lady?
Oh, I don't know. So, I don't know that blending solution burns, but we'll figure it out right now. Plot twist, it does.
Babe, it's no plot twist. Silly girl.
But it's gonna
Silly,
have that,
silly
like-
girl.
Since it blends, it doesn't have those fun infinity rings. It does look very interesting though. And again, it's super shiny. Okay, so now the question was, can you reactivate it? And I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. So let's just do a test and see what happens. So this is the 91% isopropyl alcohol. Then after this is done burning off, I'm just going to add a drop of alcohol Make sure if you do this to wait till it's absolutely burned all the way out so that it doesn't travel up your stream of alcohol and set your hand on fire. Okay, so this is completely out. There's no flame. I'm gonna just add a drop and see what happens. So it does pick up the ink, right? Next test is the acetone. I want to do a whole painting with the acetone now. Oh, it's a smiley face! You guys can't see because it's not overhead, but it's a smiley face. Just know it's a smiley face. And it's out. That's crazy how quickly that evaporates. Alright, so make sure it's completely out. Now, let's drop a drop on there. Oh! Oh, it covers back up. How interesting. That is different. Somebody's gonna see this test and do something absolutely crazy amazing with it.
I hope so.
Look how quickly it evaporates if you just blow on it. Ready? B, are you watching?
Yeah, I can see it. Whoa. What is that?
Acetone. How bananas. Completely banana.
All the nanas.
Nanner. I'm gonna explore this acetone business. So let me just do one and let it roll off and see if it just takes the ink with it. Oh, you guys couldn't see. Real time. How bananas is that? I'm gonna start playing with this acetone business and that, like for real. Next one is Everclear.
Hi. This is Artifacts. No, I placed an order last week, just wanting. Placed an order last week.
Erica trying to make roses with acetone. That would work.
Erica, try making roses with acetone. I bet that would work amazingly.
I think so. So after doing all these tests, I will say that the Everclear looks a little bit grainy almost. I don't know. Well, let's make sure the fire's out and drop some Everclear. Now I will say, because I did set these coasters on fire, that's one reason why the new drops I'm putting on are evaporating so quickly. But that one brought it all the way out almost. Now let's try the blending solution. I can't remember how much blending solution is, but I want to say that it's probably one of the more expensive of all the things we're testing today. But I would have to double check to be sure. It's so crazy how the flame makes like this X pattern with the blending solution. that is an awesome ring of color. So yeah, I actually accidentally just put a drop of, I dropped a piece of,
It looks like a light highlight.
that is a drop of alcohol on the acetone. Can you switch to overhead?
That's what I'm doing. But you need to, and then come in, more, babe, in, like,
I am in. It's coming back to me though.
no. What do you want to show the,
This.
oh, okay. So now what?
I want them to see it. So these are our test pieces so far. As you can see, a lot of them are very similar. Obviously, the pearls don't like the alcohol. And also, obviously, the white did best actually in the acetone and in the blending solution. I'm surprised about how well all of them turned out. And I'll attempt to do an acetone rose. My whole brain is blown on how awesome these things work because I just wouldn't have thought it.
Wouldn't, coulda, shoulda.
I'm moving this around just to cover it all, and it's almost fully evaporated, like it's not moving anymore. And that's on a cold tile. Okay, I'm gonna drop some ink onto it. To see what happens. Maybe I'll make this purple one. It may evaporate a little too fast for, I don't know, I'm not an expert at the rose deal. Get a paintbrush. Oh, looks clear. It's so crazy how quickly that evaporates. I'm so into it.
Tommy Lee and his girlfriend are in one of those videos where the girl grabs a bag out of the back seat.
He needs to be into returning phone calls. No!
Tommy Lee?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one that we bought the first dryer from. Well, that's not the worst rose that I've done, and it may be.
Why did that person not tag you in that video?
She didn't know who it was bought from. So Natalie shared it with me and I shared it to Paige.
Why doesn't she put our name on there?
She didn't know who it was from. Natalie bought it and sent it to the lady that owns the business. And the lady that owns the business did our unboxing. She didn't know where it came from. I didn't put any business cards in that box, and she did.
She should still fix it and tag it.
I'll message her. So what do you guys think about these? Are you going to give any of them a shot?
Wow. Very nice.
Really said hello.
Will you turn that to me if we're going to be on Facebook?
They've said 3 things in the past 15 minutes.
No one here?
Huh?
Is no one here?
Yeah, they're just looking. This is flipping cool. Pretty bubbles. Exciting.
Will you switch
There's
it
a
to
silver
live chat?
lining. I mean, there's no different. There's only a handful of people.
I'm gonna have to, I wanna do a whole piece now with acetone. The thing about acetone is because it evaporates so quickly, I don't know. If that would be conducive, but it may be, because a lot of times I get to a point with my work where I have just a bunch of like paint that lands at the end, and maybe that'll help it to just evaporate before it gets there. You guys, I invite you to share this video in social media groups where people are asking what you can use other than alcohol, since there's a shortage. It would really help us to grow our channel. Think that you would be able to do directional. Alright.
Mimi said, what if you used EC to make circles, then the AC to run dots down on the same piece?
Give me 2 seconds and I will try that out for you. Made the center of a rose. The rest of it looks poopy, but
Hi from Italy.
What's shake in
That's
Italy?
that's like a first. We haven't had anybody from Italy say hi. I'm not gonna. Resin Flame Deco Art Laura Rinsenini
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
So what was the recommendation to use Everclear for the flower and then
What if you used Everclear to make circles, then AC to run dots down on the same piece?
I'm not sure what run dots down is, but we're gonna. Here's some circles with Everclear. Everclear definitely evaporates a lot more slowly than the other. But with just a little bit of air, it definitely starts to set up. Alright, then dots with
Shane says, Jeff, you need to try a one-stroke dragon in alcohol inks. A one-stroke dragon, huh?
that evaporates almost instantly.
Is that me or is that super like... No, overhead.
It is a little bit gritty because once it started to dry, I was still messing with it, but
What? Why are these... messed with?
so you can mix them together a little bit.
She said, you can come and visit me in Italy.
Sweet.
We have never been to Italy. We would love to come to Italy. Ashley, unfortunately, we do not sell the colors.
Sorry, you guys.
If we get a storefront somehow, if we divide our living room in half, we could possibly get some alcohol ink colors.
This is my more than one stroke dragon with a beard.
I wonder if we could do some classes in Italy.
I would go possibly. Boom, dragon
What?
with fire.
I thought that was just a fuzzy heart with arm.
No, it's a whole dragon. That's his tail, and that's a beard, and that's his scales, and that's fire. I feel like you don't like my more than one stroke dragon.
Maybe not.
Alright, since this evaporates so quickly, I'm very interested to see. Like, look. Just, it looks like a time lapse. It's done. It's dry. Now what happens if I just add another color?
Is the resin big there in Italy? What part of Italy? Is there parts of Italy, or is it like, I don't know. I've never been to that part of the the world.
So if you put another alcohol ink on it, it's still awesome. Dadgummit. Now I'm gonna have to prep a whole canvas.
Yep.
Not for this speed, but in generality. And it does reactivate with a blending solution, just like regular alcohol. Y'all, I'm super
Flabbergasted.
for acetone. Huh?
Flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted. Alright. It's Everclear. So I'm going to take this acetone.
Yeah, we would love to go to Italy. That would be amazing.
I'm going to put a couple drops of color into the acetone.
What's up, Vamp? How are you? It went off last night too.
Huh?
The air compressor. Oh, you're using it. Well, it must have just been low enough.
So this isn't enough space to test this. So I'm going to get just a piece of foam. This is medium weight UFO. Let me see. I'm gonna see.
I'm living near Milan.
Okay.
We can go to Milan.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, I'm not that fashionable. Like, I have my own fashion. But I could wear some flashy clothes.
Alright. This is the pure acetone with some alcohol in it. That's not cute. It looks like it's flipping me the bird. Pulling a Jeffrey. I'm sure with someone that knows what they're doing, this would be amazing. Oh, that's what I was gonna do, try to fade. Okay.
The resin is going to become popular here. It's not as popular as it is in other countries at the moment. Well, isn't that special? Ooh, what's that, babe? That looks like one of those things that people do with resin when you first learn how to do resin. When you want to run a stick through it.
This may evaporate too quickly for, and also it could be that I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, this is not cute. This looks like someone was shot. But it does work on Yupo. And it does things. I'm sure with a person that knows what they're doing, this would be amazing. I'm going to try it with some blending solution and okay. So great. Now I'm going to put some blending solution in my acetone alcoholic mixture. And try again. Just real quick, it's the last one I'll do.
Ashley says awesome. She wanted the website. And do you possibly know if I can? Yeah, if you're local, if you know that you're going to be in the area, and you order some stuff the same day or the next day, just hit what is it? Pick up local, and shoot us a text and say I will be there at this time, just to make sure that we are here. And we can have that ready for you. And you can go shopping in the store.
Meet the boys.
Yeah. Those darn kitty cats, too.
I got them too.
What are you putting through my airbrush?
Here.
From Milan, you can go to many beautiful Italian places, like the Italian Riviera, or the Alps, or Venice. Okay. Look at all those spots, babe. Look at all those spots you can take me to. So romantic. Man. We've done Australia. Now we're ready to explore another part of the world. Italy, here we come. And y'all think we're kidding. We thought everybody was kidding at first when they started talking about Australia. And y'all, can you believe we've been there twice already in a year and a half?
Supposed to be 3 by now, but
Yeah, we should be coming back from it right by now.
you guys, if I just put a whole bunch of this blending solution down and let it, you know what, I'm gonna do that. Not the blending solution, the acetone. I just let it be.
Let it be. Let it be.
Oh my goodness, if it keeps that.
We have an invite to Italy.
Now we just need the space and to fill a class.
Let's fill a class. Let's make some worldwide connections. LA countertops. I think Thursday through Tuesday will be better for me. We're gonna go to LA. We might be going to LA
We
very
have a
soon.
flight booked. We just had it to
To do some
choose it.
countertops in LA.
She's the one that wants the bubble gum pink and gold.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a soft blend. I'm just using this air to dry it.
What does that smell? It smells different. Do it. When are you guys coming back to Vegas? Oh,
Whenever it opens back up.
whenever Vegas opens back up. Vegas probably won't open till probably,
They have casinos
August
that are
or-
slated to open.
huh?
They have casinos that are supposed to start opening on Monday.
That's gonna be interesting.
So this isn't my favorite piece I've ever done, but I gotta tell you, for using things that aren't supposed to be in alcohol inks, I'm super impressed. What do you guys think?
Super impressed.
B, what do you think?
I just said I'm super impressed.
Oh, I thought you were just repeating me.
I was, but I'm super impressed.
Oh, thanks. Like I would do this again as a painting. Look at these soft blends and that harsh inner area. I'm like super digging it. Thin. And see.
Be singing. That's gonna be our new logo.
Sure.
It could be, babe. It could be.
Now what?
Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry for the crazy movements.
What?
Boop, 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 boop.
I've learned something today. Well, I'm so glad. Now I'm gonna have to buy acetone. To my knowledge, acetone isn't even that expensive, but I can't remember. But y'all,
I got that particular acetone on Amazon.
Like,
Amazon.
how fun! It looks like clouds, but rainbowy. I know, isn't it super soft? This one was acetone, blending solution, and blue.
What is that paper?
Medium weight UPO. But the weight of the UPO really doesn't matter if you're not using heat. Oh, I'm glad you're gonna get to go back to work. I'm like, my wheels are already turning about how I can incorporate this. Very much improved on this one. Jeff, then it's a promise. You both will come to Italy and visit me. We would love to. Twisted Art Lady, Sam got some at the dollar store the other day. My pleasure, Miss Sandra. I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to help you guys create more artwork.
Yeah.
And if alcohol is going to be limited, then we're going to do something that's not alcohol.
Limited. Yeah, buddy.
Look at that sheen that hits all those like foil pieces.
Try wine and alcohol ink. We tried wine and resin a couple years ago.
Not cute.
That
It's not a
did
good
not
look.
turn out very well.
Mm-mm. Try wine and I will drink wine while doing AI, and that's about as far as that's gonna go. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share it. Don't forget to hit the bell and make sure your notifications are on. Miss Norma told me about that the other day. Her notifications were not on, so she did not know whenever we were gonna go live. So I learned something new that day. So make sure that that's a thing.
You learned that her notifications weren't on?
Yeah, well, she told me hers weren't on, and that's why she wasn't getting notifications. Like, it wasn't about the bell being wrong. She had to go, like, into her notifications.
Ah, yeah. You have to set your notifications to
Yeah.
say, I want this app to notify me.
Exactly. Can you use heavy gloss paper? Yes. I haven't tried denatured alcohol. I don't have any, and I couldn't, like, we were just using things around the house.
You haven't done anything to this. Oh, look, come. Decent, right?
Decent. But it was dark because it was facing that way, and you set the color for it.
Ooh, I like that little green in that one. Pachingo.
What is up, Shane? So, I'm going to be turning off the orders for the Pour With Us class that will be on the 25th of this month. Don't forget to show up. It will be 8 p.m. Central Time.
Live.
You don't have to purchase the Pour With Us class kit to join us. Use whatever you have at home or just watch along. I will be going very slow because I am going to teach step by step how to do the swipe technique. Oh, I do have the F-COVID and the worldwide lockdown surplus shirts on the website. Those will be it. What we have on there is the last of them. So if you're trying to get them,
no more prints.
now it's time to do it.
Yeah, we started out because people wouldn't show her or tell her what to do. So we basically came up with the slogan, we do the test so you don't have to.
Dun, dun, dun. Anyways, Laura, it is our sincerest pleasure to do the test for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. I know I did. Y'all are gonna be seeing me use acetone and blending solution a lot more. Tomorrow we'll be doing a resin painting. Sorry I've been so engulfed in alcohol inks lately. I've just been very driven to do that. Or you got paint on your F-COVID shirt, you can get it.
That's what it's for. That's
Yeah.
what it's for, to get paint on, to have a paint shirt.
So yeah, it looks like it's about to storm here, so we're not going to stay on here too much longer.
It's supposed to rain for the next week and a half, so.
Womp womp. Also, I need you guys to know that I fixed our internet issues. Anyways, we love you guys so much. Please read all of these things and join us in all of the other avenues that you can see what we're up to. We do something new every day, all the time. So check us out, see what we're up to. Don't forget our Pour With Us class will be on the 25th at 8 p.m. Central Time. And join our Poor People's...
Where do you get the Pour With Us kit from?
Well, it'd be a tight ship, but you can get it on artisttilldeath.com
Oh, it's the 20th already.
till the end of the day.
Boys Week was supposed to be this week.
But I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna turn it off at the end of today. But
What are you doing?
I was going to show. I was going to do the shirts on here, but I think I got rid of them.
Okay, so, I'll just wait.
Just do what?
Well, if I'm done talking, then the logo has to come out. That's how it
Not
goes.
necessarily.
Yes, huh? My pleasure, Gina. So I hope you guys have a great evening, and be kind to one another. You never know what someone's going through. Love one another, even if it annoys them.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time. Till then, bye.
I said bye.
I'm surprised. I would have thought that Everclear would have worked. Acetone would have just curdled the ink.
Oh, I just heard that.
You know.